Hello everyone, so it's been like 2 weeks since I posted a video, so I thought since I don't really have anything big like together or going on, I would show you 3 things that have been happening. So first, I got a box from an online place. I will not tell you where I got this because I don't want people finding out my secrets to getting things. So if what's in here is what I think it is, then it's gonna be cool. So let's open this up. Peanuts, packing peanuts. And what do I have on the inside? Oh yeah, I'm excited for this. Yeah, I can worry about the peanuts later. I have new in box 2Ks, two 2Ks actually, red and blue. And I got this for like $8, 11 with shipping. And this is awesome. I've started collecting new in box stuff, and this will definitely be going into the collection because later down the road I might sell a bunch of new in box stuff, you know, like 5 or 10 years down the road, so I can make maximum profit off of it. Mwah! So I got that. That's one thing that's been going on. Also, the last time I went to Nerf Bananas' house, we started working on a night finder rifle. These things are ridiculous. The only problem is we followed AC Nerf Shop's night finder rifle guide, and they said to use hot glue to hold the barrel in. Well, our barrel came out obviously not enough hot glue, or maybe we just need to put plastic welder in it. So I gotta redo that, and then also the catch isn't catching, but this thing has a ton of recoil, and hopefully I can use this during HVZ, because I was thinking about putting it just in like a holster on my back so I can whip it out and just fire it off, because this thing's just retardedly powerful. Since Fenrir isn't done, because I still have a couple things to do left with it, mostly tweaking, I thought I'd show you how I have it set up and how it is working. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. If you're not, I guess skip this video. I mean, I don't know. But for those of you who are interested, I'm going to show you all the secrets that is Fenrir. Alright, so we're going to start with the Stampede, since this was the easier part of the build, and then I'll go to the 2 Swarmfire parts of the project. I don't have my tripod with me, so please ignore the shaking. If there's any, I don't know what it's going to look like when I upload it, but we're going to start with the Stampede. So, as you'll probably notice, I have cut off the entire front here, and I've made a little notch to make room for these RC connectors so they don't have to be squished anywhere. I have also carved off this entire barrel, and I've rounded out the inside. I'll show you that in a second. I've taken off this side of the clip release because I don't need it, but we had to keep the other side since the idea of putting a bar right here didn't work, because the trigger insides are just one big huge piece, so there's a lot of leverage down here. But I've reduced the draw on this enough so that the clip still stays in, but it's really easy. I'll probably make a custom epoxy mold there. So on the other side, don't mind any screws falling out. On the other side, I have my wires coming out here because the battery pack's going to go right over here. And that's basically all that's been done on this other side. Screws everywhere. Alright, let's open this up. You can notice a lot of wiring going through this, and I will show you that in a second. But as I said in the first part, I have cut down this entire area, but I've left the piece here, and what this does is it makes it so the darts can fly out of this area without hitting anything in there. It just makes it a lot easier, and plus you get to keep the nice look of kind of an elongated place. I don't really like packing it down there. I don't know why, it doesn't look as good to me. So, wiring, how this works. I have a bunch of wires over here. 2 black ones, back when I didn't have red, go to the main terminals on the Stampede and come out there. Then you have a red and a black. I've marked everything off. Come through here, get drilled through here, down the handle, hot glue along the way, mind you, over here, and then they go under there, and then they come around here, they get glued to the side of the motor right underneath the hole, so I don't get any glue in there, and then they go under here, under there, and they come out here. And this one leads to the push switch and 3-way switch in the front handles, which I'll show you later, which then get separated into their RC batteries, which will then be connected to the Swarmfire pistols. And that's really it. That's about all I've done with wiring in the Stampede. Now in the plunger tube, I've taken out the ARs. I've added an AR-115, if I'm correct, for right now. I might have to go back and wind up the padding in there. I put the padding on the very end of the plunger tube so that it doesn't fall off or anything. I find it easier. But that's really all I've done to the Stampede. It's very simple and I like it. I've also taken out the jam door and cut that down because I want to see this thing actually firing because I like the look of it. So that's all I have for that. Now onto the front part. This front part can actually work as a swarm pistol if you really wanted to use it. It's a little bulky and heavy, but you could. All I'd have to do is put some Velcro over here, over there, because right here is where the Stampede goes, and then do a little bit of creative wiring on the front here with those RC connectors, which connect to the side of the Stampede for organization and just ease of use. But if you guys remember, or if you've ever seen, UN13 made a video saying he was going to do something called the Eyes of Ice, which was basically taking Forsaken Angel 24's Eyes of Fire idea, but making it with swarm fires. Well, I think I beat him to it, so these will be called the Eyes of Fenrir, because this goes on the front. I mean, I guess they look like eyes. I don't really care about whether they do or not, but Eyes of Fenrir is mine. I beat you into it, so hooray me, go team. Everyone gets a high five and +5 cool points. Awesome. So how this thing is set up is you have the swarm fires, and I'll just use this one for example. You have the swarm fires, and that I forget what, I think it's 3/8? 3/8 probably, is plastic welded onto one side of the swarm fire. That means I can still open it. And it's on there really strong. Like, I had to break one of these open, and even after I just ripped it apart, it was fine. So then after that, we have some cabinet anchors on there, the kind that goes into the rolly parts of them. And those are screwed into place, and then on the top, we drilled some holes, and they go right, the cabinet anchors go into the holes, and then I just plastic weld the crap out of them, and they are holding really well. That's been done on both sides. The handle is obviously just some wood attached to a Maverick handle. And on the top here, they're screwed in, so I can remove it if I need to. I'll try not to remove it too much because the wood will give out over time. And then there's a hole through the middle going all the way down to the Maverick handle for the switch on the side here, which is really comfy to use, like extremely comfy. It lets me switch between the swarm fires. And then there's a push switch right in the front here. So that's nice and dandy. So how does it work? You have this, where is it? This wire right here, which connects to the battery pack and the end of the Stampede. The current goes down. You then push this down to push the current through the three-way switch, and that comes all the way back up through its correct corresponding lead in here. And then that's going to go to the inside of the Stampede, and then it's going to connect to the correct RC battery things, which then fire off the Stampedes. Not the Stampedes, I'm so sorry, swarm fires. I'm getting confused over here. So many S's all over the place. Now the swarm fires were craftily put together using bolts, which Nerfomania totally came up with. That was his idea, and I have to thank him so much for doing that. But these are 440 bolts with 440 threaded nuts, so they are staying in place, and they are on both sides. I need to put them onto this one, but that will come eventually. And I don't know why, but easy ideas like that just fly past my head. I don't know what I would have done. But inside here, there's some light spring additions because in HVZ, really all combat is taking place within 30 feet, so I don't really need it to go very far. But AR taken out, all pegs taken out, and then spring addition, and that's really it. I also took off the PCB boards right here because one of them was not firing until I took it off, so I'm glad I took that off. Thank you to Taruk Makto4 on the HVZ forums for helping me with all my wiring questions. He was very helpful, and for suggesting I take that off, which really helped me out, so thank you a lot. He is very good at what he does. So this is all polycarbonate in place, and it's pretty bulky and heavy, but you know what? It works. So all that goes onto the Stampede using some U-bolts, which I do not have me on them at the moment, but they are nicely aligned on the top here. And I mean, when it's together, but for right now, I still need to put some quick connect things on the wires, cut them down so they can go to these without causing too much room, which I'm thinking will just be kind of up in here. But those quick disconnects will be really helpful, so I don't have to use wire nuts, or I think that's what they're called, but they're little like caps that you twist the wires together with. So that'd be nice. And then on the underside, I have to do some more polycarb work for the bolts to fit in there nicely. I might have to get a little wrench thing to help me get in there, because it's hard to get a good grasp on them while they're down there. So maybe a racket kit or something, but I will figure something out. But for right now, this thing is so close to being done. All that's really left is doing that and then putting it together and letting Nerfomania carve his name onto it, and then putting Fenrir somewhere and then building the battery pack, which won't take too long. So that's really all the internals and everything I have to do left. And if you guys are still in here, I hope you enjoyed seeing how Fenrir works. Kind of in a nutshell, you know, quick explanation of everything, because I didn't want this video to drag on. But if you have any questions about Fenrir, send me a PM and I'll be happy to answer it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I haven't made one in a while. A big thanks to Torukmakto4 on the HVZ forums for all his help with wiring and all that good junk. And to Nerfomania for letting me use his drill press scroll saw and polycarb scraps and just helping me out in general. He is a very, very helpful dude. So yeah, anyways, hopefully I'll have more videos coming out for you guys soon, and thanks for watching. Woo!